Welcome back to 4 Geeks by Geeks, the place where geeks come to geek out. And this is episode 39, correct me if I'm wrong, of Cloudscape.
Now we can correct you.
Okay.
Yeah, dumbass.
Ah, shit, we cursed in the first 15 seconds. We got to start over. This is getting demonetized.
No, we get demonetized for incorrect music being allowed.
I got the attributions! But hey, look who is at the table with us today.
Not Alsvid.
Still no Alsvid. But who do we have?
Oh, I'm first.
Uh-huh.
It's never the case. It's me, Brett.
I'm Josh.
I'm Austin.
I'm T.
So do we call you Brit or do we call you First? What are we going by these days?
Lord first, preferably.
Just normally First.
Just dad joking right out of the gate, Bozer. All right.
Goes on vacation, comes back a father.
Oh,
my
All
announcement?
been there.
Is that my announcement?
Oh,
No.
no.
No, it is not, Internet. No, it is not.
You've adopted
the clips-
Alston.
the clips are saying otherwise, though.
Oh, shit.
It's going to be the perfect way to bring you back to our Instagram feed.
I can only apologize for not putting my face on the Internet, 4 Geeks by Geeks, in, what is it, 3 years now? It feels like 3 years. Are you ready to play some Cloudscape?
Yeah.
You can wait.
I got to break kill anybody again.
Good first
That's-
question.
That's actually, you know what, something you could have been concerned about.
That is.
Damn it, Britt.
Uh,
Maybe we should have left her in there.
I'm
Maybe she
first.
should have learned something.
Because reminder to the audience, T was not available last episode, and so we recorded without him, and we didn't tell him a damn thing. So he's about to find out in real time, just like all of you that might have jumped in randomly at episode 39. But if you did, I would encourage you. Good practice.
Or listen to
Go
them in
back.
reverse chronological order.
It's
Ooh.
also been a long week, so this might be like hearing it for the first time for me too.
But let's jump into today's episode of Cloudscape. Previously on Cloudscape, the gang was huddled up in Sigurd's Reach getting ready to meet the Knights of Axiom in a few hours. But Sirkin had an idea that he felt that Kit needed a little intensive training in her use of X.
Oh, joy.
So he found her where she had wandered down herself to the Reach's garage and found a few vehicles that were currently in the midst of being worked on, and encouraged her, convinced her, in fact, to take the X since she was so harshly against it. But after some persuading and some good arguments on both sides, she took a few drops underneath her tongue, did X as one does X, and saw the world in vast blueprints and possibilities, and not only took on the challenge of her putting back together some knickknacks that he had brought, but turned her attention to a car that was in the middle of being fixed, and fixed it up in new ways, even a little bit better than it had been before. But feeling quite drained after the experience, she was maybe not fully prepared for a small child that rushed into the Reach, shouting for a Jackal. Where's Jackal? Jackal. Apparently Jackal was an old Reach member that had left at the split, but claimed that his house was being under attack by a ghost. So, our party, being the good moral compasses that they are,
So we're gaslighting today? Got it.
jumped into action. Sirkin and Wayland kind of floated there. Wayland actually took the boy, Clay, back to his house quickly, where he was first on the scene to the lower level of an apartment and discovered, lo and behold, a ghostly figure terrorizing this apartment, and the mother screaming, shrieking, not knowing what to do. Wayland stepping in was immediately possessed by this ghost.
Before you laugh too hard, there was no saving throw.
There was.
It's
was
a canon event.
It was initiative.
Yeah, I guess to me that doesn't feel like a saving throw.
I think I combined them together.
It was like
Looking
oh,
back.
the ghost acts first. Okay, you're possessed.
Looking back, you're right. I was thinking there probably should have been a saving throw for that. So, Wayland is immediately possessed and taken to the sunken place. When Sirkin came onto the scene and was immediately attacked by Wayland, while Kit met with a little boy to gain some information, and whose father had been missing the last 6 months, and then Sirkin, with his keen sense of X, looked into the individual and noticed some semi-scientific odds and ends maybe hanging off of this ghostly figure when you get a good glimpse. After some attacks, and Wayland was able to not only pull himself back into consciousness, not once, but twice, after being possessed again, with some quick thinking on Sirkin's part, used his brother's magnetic knives to create an arc of electricity within the outlets in the kitchen, tricking the ghost to pass forth, making it drop out of its ghostly form and revealing a man bald with tubing jutting out of his body, scrubs on the lower level, and
Lower level.
convincing him with the push of a thought that he was paralyzed from the neck down.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Don't say what?
It's just a Tuesday for Sirkin.
Me?
This individual was deemed out of the game, with the wife rushing to meet him, being her missing husband of the past 6 months. But the gang decided that they were going to keep him restrained and hopefully unconscious,
Thankfully.
and take him back to the Reach, where Sirkin was going to cut him apart and see what was inside. Or something like that.
I said something similar, yes.
Meanwhile, Theo has been making some phone calls, looking into Nariah Kai. And y'all are due very shortly at Wayland's original safe house, where you will be meeting Nariah, Vox, and potentially some other Knights of Axiom members. But let's start with Theo. Rewind the clock just a moment. While they were testing themselves in the garage and fighting some sort of experiment, what have you been doing?
I have been gathering research on this bitch that everybody seems to trust but me.
Okay, and how have you been doing that?
By calling every contact I have that is higher up in the world so I can get some dirt and some intel to use against her to bend her to my will.
Fuck.
All right.
No, when Josh says it's fine, but when I say it, it's a problem.
I'm on board.
No,
Yeah.
I was worried about Britt's face.
I looked at you.
I know what that disapproving look means. I get it once an episode.
I know, we're going to make a compilation of the mom look.
Just the comment and Britt's reaction.
Yes.
All right, roll connections.
6.
6. Are you adding anything to that?
That's 4 plus 2.
What's the +2?
My 2 dice rolls.
Okay, but like, are you adding any aspects or?
No, I think a 6 is good enough.
Okay. You'd think. No, I'm kidding.
I
With
know the basic rules well enough to know a 6 is going to be what I need.
still not the top of the competency ladder.
I mean, I'll add more. You need me to.
It's no Wayland 12, but no, 6 is up there. It's fantastic by Fate's standards. So you call around. You do get a couple that notice your voice sounding a little strange, and perhaps you talk that up with.
Wait, did my voice change?
It just have a slight affect.
Okay, noted.
With, your head being semi-permeable. It just sounds like a little bit of a wispy. Sometimes it sounds like a whisper, or it's in the distance, or there's an echo that reverberates slightly, but it's nothing too extreme. That you call around, and most people have a similar take on Naraya as the rest of the gang. She's the head of the arch luminary of agriculture. Her family has been in that position for actually many generations.
So she's a Nepo baby.
And maybe you meet their regards with that, but they're like, no, she has worked her way up. Actually, she wasn't even she almost lost the position, but she fought for it in all the ways positively, above board that one can, and ended up winning the seat. One interesting thing that you do gather through these conversations, while they talk about that her family has been in this position in the agriculture sector for many generations, potentially even further back from that, distantly, there might be a connection, a familial connection to the Dumas family.
The who?
You might recognize King Praxis Dumas.
Oh, that was the first one or the current one?
That's
the current one. Oh, damn. So we're Nepo all the way through. Got it.
But distantly, there seems to be some connection to the royal family.
Damn. So no actual dirt, huh?
Wait, I'm gonna take that last bit back. What I meant to say. Where? Not the Dumas family.
Oh.
The Hendricks family.
Oh shit. Play all around the watchtower or whatever. All along the watchtower.
Which
family?
Cloud Tower.
Hendricks,
Nice.
you might recognize the name of Yamil Hendricks, who is your queen.
Oh shit!
Okay. Wait.
I didn't realize we had a queen.
You do have
And
a queen.
All right.
She kept her maiden name?
No, but you would know,
She
through
was,
the histories and what was taught in school and all that kind of thing. She's now Queen
Clearly not that
Yamil
important.
Hendricks Dumas.
She was a famous actress for a while. She was on a very popular cloud show.
Wait, what's her name one more time?
Yamil, Yamille Hendricks. This might be the first time mentioning the queen ever.
I think so.
I think
Correct.
so, yeah.
My
don't know,
last
she's never come
information
up.
of King Praxis Damas is king of unnamed city.
It's Aurora.
Yeah, that's how old this note is and the last time this fucker came up.
Well, y'all have been doing a lot of dirty stuff down in the underbelly of the city, and so I thought...
It goes a little bit deep. You ready? Vessel of Octorus. You know what Octorus is? The goddess of something. Our deep
Yes, she
lore
is.
not explored.
None of us played like a religious character, I guess, so.
True.
I'm a believer.
I know that you are, but I feel like you're one of those believers that's like using it to justify your depravity.
How dare you?
Yeah, the way that you say for light and love makes me uncomfy.
Yeah, you say it like it's a period, like it's the period on the person's life you're saying it.
It's kind of a goodbye.
Imagine having a name like Hendrix, just like changing it to dumbass.
But when you change it to dumbass, you become so powerful, no one can make fun of your name.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
actually
it's pronounced
sounds
Dumas.
Yeah.
Who?
It's Dumas. That was the chat's fault. The chat named the king long ago, and I didn't. Actually, it was Gene. I didn't realize what he was doing until it was too late, and it was canon.
You got by your chat.
I sure did. All right, so anything else you're doing, T?
No, probably just that. I do have a question for the group, though, before we move on. How do we feel about siding this entire campaign becoming ghost hunters?
Oh, interesting.
Like, cut out of this guy.
Okay.
That's
This
it.
is
We
all
can move on
getting a
now.
little bit too heavy. I was more on board until Sirkin started getting excited.
That's where I draw the line.
Once Sirkin gets on board with an idea, you have to second guess it.
Yeah.
So, Theo, you were making these calls, and I think you were getting, like, maybe you were expected to get some, like, major dirt. No one mentions the Knights of Axiom
Well, duh.
in these phone calls, but everybody has a relatively positive view of her, and so you just kept calling, looking for more, but so it took a while. Meanwhile, the rest of you are just wheeling. How are you getting this guy?
I
Say an hour and a half later, or no, the car thing took like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then this was cleaned up faster than anticipated. So it's been the better part of 3 hours.
You said that it was just a few blocks away, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll carry him, and if anybody looks at me, I'll just be like, drunk.
All right.
I think somebody said they've like put a coat over him or something like that, or they put a coat on him. I can't remember, but
A cone? That's even better.
yeah, lock cone. He got neutered. He's still out.
Now remember, Sirkin, you were recognized by the mother. What was her name? Marlena. As being seen on the news that helped with that jailbreak a few days ago.
Mhm.
But she seemed to be chill.
Well,
You scared her into it.
when I asked her if she was sure, she said no, so I don't think she did. Once she thought about it,
Yeah, she thought she
Yeah,
recognized
she thought
it.
she did. She
But then
realized her mistake.
but then I distinctly remember her being like, "Thank the nice people for saving our lives." So she seemed
Yeah.
to be on the level.
But with an additional drone presence out and about, even
Christ.
out here, will each of you make a stealth roll? Unless you don't
Oh.
care about being seen by drones.
Goody great and golly gosh.
I don't have
Stealth.
anything in stealth. -1.
Come
Prison
again?
Break Part 2.
A plus
Um,
and 2 minuses.
I'm going to. I'm gonna. I don't know why I said that. I'd like to invoke giving up the ghost to re-roll that.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
I rolled the exact same thing, which is a 1. I love my life. My life.
I feel like after the insanity that you just witnessed, you don't fully have your wits about you, and you are like carrying this guy just down the street when a light guard officer is driving past, and you don't really notice anything until you hear this the screech of brakes and wheels scraping across the cement. And immediately 2 light guard exit their vehicle and are rushing your way to make a positive ID.
Did they say anything out loud?
They're asking you to halt.
Are they yelling specifically at Sirkin because he's recognizable?
Not only Sirkin, but Kit as well.
You guys have a good lawyer.
8.
I have I put something on so you can't see my red hair. We did that.
We did do that before we left.
Yes.
Sure. You also rolled a 1, which is average. So they see Sirkin, and
okay.
they know.
Are
that
they,
he's knocked out, so they're just forming some connections and.
Do they have radios or anything on them? Are they?
Yeah, always.
But what I'm saying is, are they activating them, or are they just
No,
checking to
first-
make sure they're going to visually confirm before they?
Correct.
Okay, then I'm going to knock their asses out.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just right at the dot. I'm gonna use my hook cleave to make a sweeping attack and hit them both.
Hell yeah!
All right, I'll give you a surprise round.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll fight. Damn.
Okay, that's not exactly what we want to see.
We make
Do I
friends
wanna-
wherever we go.
Clearly.
Okay, I'm gonna invoke the closer to re-roll that.
It's nicer than what I was about to do, so I'm glad Waylon got to it first.
God damn it! I'm so fucking. Excuse my language. That'll be a 5.
5. Okay, well, that's.
Well, I
still
wanted to
only-
make sure I put them to sleep, but I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, it's enough to kill him.
So you swing your hook around, and it immediately. Do you swing for their heads? Is that what you're going
Yeah,
for?
the idea is they're halt, and I just I've got the guy on my shoulder, and I just turn 180 and just
Hell yeah!
and just release the chain long enough to clobber them both in the head.
All right, Ghost Rider.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, I will give you the both. I'm just rolling that attack on both of them.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how.
Hell yeah!
So it slams into the first one's head, which slams his head into the next guy's head, and it's these bobbleheads. Now note that they are wearing armor all the time. They have helmets.
Yeah, I'm not trying to kill them. I'm just trying to incapacitate them.
I non-lethally punch him in the head.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that.
But now
I didn't say I'd
please roll-
non-lethally stab him in the chest.
That's
Now
what I was gonna say.
all 3 of you roll athletics for initiative.
Oh, that kind of pisses me off that is such a great roll.
Yes. 4.
That's
4?
a
Yep.
that's a 6 for me.
It's a good inish.
Okay.
0.
Okay.
That's
What'd you get,
okay.
Waylon?
6.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, there's
I
my
was so
roll.
happy about my 4.
Yeah, there's the roll that I was cooking. I'm just cooking a good initiative. Well, maybe I'll get to swing again at least.
Baking that niche.
Now, in this combat, we are on the street. There are people out and about.
Yeah.
There you are in danger the longer this goes on of more drones catching your attention, or more light guard, just so you know. So we're gonna put some aspects into the field currently. I'm gonna make one called making a scene. So that could be used for or against you, depending on how you want to use it. Also, Wayland, you have a negative aspect that can be used against you with extra baggage, we'll call it.
Sure.
So they might be able to use that against you, or maybe you use it against them. Who knows? But with the athletics round, Wayland, you are back at the top of the round.
Thank
Followed by
goodness.
Sirkin.
Okay, so the guys, I can tell they took physical stress from that.
Yeah,
Right?
you did hit pretty well. I'll tell you, hit the $3.
Okay, nice. I guess I should mark off that I used that ability. And then I will. Jeez, I only have the one attack that can hit multiple people. I was really hoping that would just clinch it for me, but okay. I will frickin' just go after. I'll just go after the frickin' guys and punch one in the head.
Okay.
I don't know how I could invoke causing a scene.
Hey, look, the light guard killed this guy.
You can try to create an advantage, but then you wouldn't be able to attack.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm gonna create an advantage by limiting the amount of combatants to 1.
Okay.
Okay, that is. Oh my god, a 4, bro.
Well, one of them, let's say one has a mustache,
Okay.
and the
Not
other
anymore.
is clean shaven. You do land your attack. How do you attack?
Yeah, I guess I turn around, hopefully trying to knock them out in one go. The hook comes back into my hand. I see them both standing, so I just charge, lineman style, using the guy, so I have my forward momentum, and I
Ooh.
just clock him in the face.
Okay, you know what? I'll allow you to add +2 to that.
Hell yeah, 6.
Okay. By using the extra baggage aspect. It's not aspect, is it? What am I saying?
I know what you're saying. I can't remember what they're called though.
Aspect City of Mist. I just reverted.
No, we have aspects.
We have
We have
aspects in this game?
aspects.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
High
also,
concept trouble aspect.
okay. Is that assets in City of Mist, T?
Oh God, I don't fucking remember what the
Years
verbiage
ago.
is.
Anyway. All right, then with a 6, you hit him square in his mustachioed face, which forces him back against the car and slams his head back so hard into the glass that it shatters the window, and he's hanging halfway into the window of the light guard vehicle. So he is out. Sirkin, your go. Note that people are now starting to look around, and you're starting to gather even more of a scene. You see some people on their phones.
I am going to.
Remember when Bozer tried saying there's no
create-
phones in this universe?
I'm going to use
I need
our
to get
advantage of this causing a scene
Uh-huh.
to add a +2 to this intimidation roll as I yell as I meat hook myself up to gather everyone's attention and announce, I scream at the crowd, "They've been driven mad. There's been another X leak. Run as fast as you can."
Okay.
So I get a +2 from that. 5, 7.
7. Okay. Then we're going to change making a scene to creating a panic.
Yeah.
There are now people scattering, running in all directions.
But they're not recording anymore.
There's one Gen Alpha kid
There is no social media in this universe. We did establish that. No TikTok. All right, so now it's the light guard. He kind of takes in the fact that his buddy just went through a window, and he's looking at you, Wayland, as the highest threat. He's going to pull out his gun and go to fire at you.
Oh my goodness gracious! So I look at the 4 positives, brother. 4 positives.
4.
Yeah, I will on top of my fight. So that makes it an 8, +1 if you let me have my band bonus to defending.
I will give you a bonus aspect, because you somehow dodged this bullet with style.
Hell yeah, dude.
So how are you dodging this, and what's your bonus tag that you'd like to take, you think, based on that?
I guess we'll call it maybe like in the zone.
Ooh.
Auto zone.
Yeah, auto zone. That's what I meant to say. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, he fires and completely off base.
I just I'm like running. I knock that guy out, and then I like hear the guy like draw his gun, and I just like bring my body down like so fast, just like instinctually, and then like I kind of feel it. So I'm like I just had a fight. The ghost was in me, like kind of like maybe loosened something up, and I'm like, oh, I'm feeling nimble today.
Ooh. All right, Kit, what are you doing?
Steal the cop car.
Jesus Christ, we're a couple blocks away. You could just run. You could just get out of here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna book it.
You're just running away from the scene?
Okay, so they're distracted enough, right?
Well, now it's one light guard that's being dealt with. People are now running every which way, which is beginning to lessen the number of bodies in this area. But there's always the danger of drones making their way back this way too.
Okay, I'm gonna push myself in the crowd of people and just kind of disappear.
Okay,
Nice.
roll a deception.
Can you add causing a panic to it?
Yeah, you can add the causing a panic bonus tag.
Okay, deception. That's a +2, right? The
Yep.
deception. Okay. Thank goodness, because that makes it a 1.
Damn, brother.
With your bonus of causing a panic?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah, so at this point, the light guard, she takes a shot at you, Wayland, which you deflect beautifully.
By the way, just like takes a shot. Does they hit someone in the crowd?
I almost wanted to with how bad he missed, but no. Because of the
I will
panic.
spend a fate point for that.
That we're killing civilians now?
He's killing civilians.
Yes, technically you are killing civilians.
Yeah. He should know better than to fire his sidearm.
I was gonna say no, but they made very compelling points here.
Are you really spending a fate point for that, T?
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to be
Have my
involved in the
attorney
scene
present.
Now, these are stun rounds. So
Okay.
they're not
see,
live
look at the
ammunition.
retcon now.
No,
they're
they
stun
always
rounds.
are. They always start out there.
Okay.
They have canonically throughout this campaign. They've always started with stun round, but they do hit an elderly man that was like trying to make his way and straight in the back.
You couldn't even made it a youthful individual that could sustain taking it without much long-lasting damage.
He spazzes out a little bit and falls to the ground.
Oh, you're about to get a new client.
But because of that, he was the only person blocking visual range between Kit and that light guard, and so he sees you look back, Kit. And there's a slight light of recognition, even with your head covered. But he noticed that you're now trying to hide and what is this? So something's off. Vibes are off. Wayland, your turn.
Did you just fucking kill that old man?
It's a stun round, citizen. Drop your hook and drop the body.
So from my like lowered position, because I ducked down, I'm just gonna frickin' uppercut him into outer space.
And then you yell out A-Lab.
F my freaking throws. Okay. So I'm gonna just use my light on my feet or whatever I called it, or in the zone.
Oh yeah.
To negate my -2 that I just rolled.
Okay.
And so that will be a 5.
5. Okay.
Thank you, power bands.
Oh, you're still wearing the power bands. Why'd I give you such an item?
I know. I mean, I need it. You're seeing how I'm rolling. The only
Yeah.
reason these are high numbers is because of all of my juice. I've got the juice, is the thing.
It's got the juice. The juice is loose.
And I
Alright,
also got the lump with the knobs, technically, as well.
What?
Sorry, you don't remember the little kid? The corn kid? It's corn? I got the juice.
Oh, I remember that kid.
Big old lump of knobs. It's got the juice.
No.
What
Anyway,
the hell?
Corn.
I'll tell you all about it.
It's corn.
It's corn. Look at this thing.
I know, it's corn. But that's about as far as my extent.
Damn. I guess it
Anyway,
was like
you
a real
launch an
revelation for
uppercut,
me.
and he does get some air and lands on top of the vehicle. But you can see him is still like dazed, but still in it.
I gotta make sure this guy gets a concussion. That's important. The other guy, plausible deniability. This guy needs to have a concussion. He killed an old man. There's no way that his report holds up so long as he receives a concussion.
Sirkin, what are you doing?
Escaping into the crowd.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. Just like hovering 7 feet above them.
I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna drop down. And
Your
make
savior
my way,
has returned.
making my way into the crowd. What if God was one of us? As I mingle through the crowd,
It would look something like this.
it was
Billy.
deception, right?
Yep.
Okay, that is a 2.
All right. It's only low enough because this man is otherwise being dealt with. So you managed to kind of slide your way into the crowd. And are you just trying to escape, or are you going somewhere in particular?
Nope, I'm heading back to the Reach.
All right, so we're going to say that you and Kit have gone to the next zone, just further down the street. Are you keeping it on the public path in the crowd, or using the alleyways, or by other means?
Whatever has the most bodies. So staying on the main street.
It's going to be the main street.
Yeah.
Okay. This light guard, not to be outdone.
Before we move on, I need a name for the light guard that killed an old man.
I'll read his name badge.
Yeah, you weren't there. No one has asked. No one looked. So you don't even know this is happening yet.
I am the scribe. I need to know for story purposes.
He does. He reaches to his clipped mic or his clipped radio. Back up on 7th. Back up on 7th. We have a man down. 2 men down. Excuse me. Need a medic. Need backup. And he's going to attempt to... we're going to create an advantage with backup on the way.
Should have killed them both when I had the chance.
Kit.
That's crazy.
What are you doing, Kit?
Oh, steal one of their guns for me.
I'm still running.
Okay, you're just continuing on.
I'm just. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
All right, Waylon, back to you.
Okay. I just kind of say to the guy, like, can you just go to sleep? And then I'm gonna charge him again.
Okay.
I'm like, there's definitely like a desperation in my movements now. Like this guy's pretty sturdy. Yes, but not for long. bitch, that's an 8.
Hell yeah!
That's an 8.
And you were worried
That's
about
a
all the negative
non-lethal.
rolls.
That's a non-lethal 8.
How do you?
He's not dead. He's just in a coma. He's
takes-
a vegetable.
I just wanted him to have a concussion. That's all I wanted.
He has a concussion. His kid has a concussion, and his grandkid now has a concussion.
And he
That'll
isn't
do.
even a father
Generational
yet.
trauma.
That'll do. I'm happy with that.
Have you? When's the last time that you used X? Do you have any X?
When I fought Mr. Doom or whatever.
Okay.
That was the first and only time.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna say that with rolling so damn high against my so damn low roll,
Okay.
some of the blood of this man, one of the tubes, like comes undone, and as you are going to like make this punch, you are doused with your face in some X. Nothing bad will happen to you, but you do create, like, you with this punch, there's almost like a small whirlwind that creates around this individual that like takes his body up, and it's spreading and spreading, and any drones or backup that were on the way now have like this huge dust storm on this street to contend with. So you not only knock this guy out, you've created a cover for you to escape, and no chance for anyone to follow on your tail.
Okay. I just go, and then I get out of there.
Okay. Good job.
Oh, jeepers creepers. I thought for sure you were like, and you rip that guy to pieces.
You claimed it was non-lethal. I'll give it to you. All right, so you guys are headed back to the Reach. Thanks to the dust storm that is now fuming in the streets behind you, you safely make it back. You have a new friend in tow. Theo, like, I imagine you like walking down the stairs. All right, if you hear anything, let me know. What are you doing as they're coming back to you?
So to clarify, this unconscious individual is being carried or being dragged, and by who?
You're talking about the ghost guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on my shoulder the whole time.
Okay. Theo's gonna walk down the stairs, gotta hang up his phone call. Do I want to know?
Unfortunately, you're gonna know. And I would like to, once I get through the doors, can I is there anybody in like an R&D department or like science-based medicine, or is it, or like experimental-based medicine, or is it all just like
Don't
Here
worry,
at the
Theo
Reach.
knows a guy.
We've got Kit and some X.
that's
What else do you need?
but basically what I'll do though is I'm gonna unfortunately you're gonna know, and then I'm gonna like brush past him, and then I'm gonna find like a cubicle or like, you know, like a breakout kind of room, and I'm gonna plug the guy in.
What?
I don't know if you don't remember that,
I remember you using parts of the air conditioner.
but we basically said that while he's unconscious it's fine, but in order to use the like electro cuffs that he had to be plugged in, because there was no external power source. The game was
Forgot
like
about the
yesterday
ripped
for me,
handcuffs.
baby.
Yeah.
No, I remember that in meaning that you can't use the electrical parts, but the freon, the cold parts, the coils were keeping him restrained. You interpreted that.
You still
as,
skin
we
all
just have
over
to plug him
again.
in.
Oh, so wait,
So it's
so
okay,
he's fine?
No, he's not fine. He's unconscious and restrained, but they weren't going to be electrical cuffs, restraints, because you had no external power source. So I just recolored it to say it was like the cold aspects. Like you took some cold coils around his wrists to keep him restrained.
Okay. So I guess you'll need to make I'll just say this to Kit. I guess you'll need to make another apparatus to keep this guy from going ghost.
He's paralyzed
Phantom?
from the neck down.
But he is
Well,
paralyzed.
I don't know how long your pushes last.
Yeah.
But I
Which is
assume.
why, Kit,
Okay.
you should take some X, see what makes this work, and then disassemble it.
Disassemble him?
No, the contraption. Find out what makes the X. Find out the delivering mechanism. Sever it. Cut off his flow to whatever this power source is.
I'm gonna interject a little bit, and I'll say, with all due respect, we don't know what state this guy's in. You could cut off the X flow, and that could kill him. He could be on life support right now. I think that what's best is to restrain him, study him, see if he's got any semblance of his previous self before we
Yes.
start tearing him to pieces.
Do you have a room?
I look up in this like hotel that we're in, and I smugly say, I sure hope so.
I'll need some changes made to a room.
Waylon visibly shudders.
I have questions first. One,
Does your right hand tingle?
Yeah, I have phantom pains.
did you say this man is paralyzed by Sirkin?
It's like, when he does that. Do we have Star Wars? Are those like old? Is there still like the novellas around? Like those last
Those were lost.
old world.
Star Wars.
Yeah, those were lost to time.
I'm just trying to think
Like-
how Waylon can rationalize the like crazy shit that Sirkin does, but maybe there's no hypnosis. It's Sirkin's hypnosis.
That makes me feel slightly better. We're all on the same page that Sirkin is not being alone in a room with this guy, right?
Yeah,
How
certainly.
else are we supposed to figure out how he works?
You'll be
I would
supervised
like
if that's
some
cool.
further information on who this is.
And I will get that while I'm doing other things.
Theo turns from him. Kit, who, what, when, where, why, how?
Yes.
He was talking to me. Is your name Kit?
No. No, it isn't.
Is good.
Yeah. Just so sincere. Go ahead.
Kit's gonna fill Theo in on the stuff, and this would be the third time taking X today, right?
Yeah. I was
What?
thinking the same thing.
But you've had measured doses. You know exactly how long it's lasting. Everything is staying as you know it should. This is why we test.
You know,
You'll know
Wayland,
there
if
are
you also
changes.
take X, we could be X-Force. Just throwing it out there.
Yes.
All eyes turn to Waylon.
I just used X involuntarily like 5 minutes ago.
So you still feel a little bit of tingle in your fingers, and like you can sense the breeze of the air throughout this hotel. And by point of order, Kit, how many drops did you take?
Oh yeah, you might still be affected.
That's true. 2.
2. Yeah. So I
Okay.
probably,
That's what
it's
we-
probably
that's what
still in
we've
my
tested.
system.
Yeah,
So-
you're still fighting not to look at everything like a mechanic and how to take things apart and put them back together in better ways.
I probably feel like I would have already figured out, or had already looked at this man, and kind of already like gotten a head start.
All
Yeah.
right.
My brain would have like I would have like taken one look
Yeah.
at him, and my brain would have just gone,
Do you
Yeah,
want to roll for it?
sure.
While she's rolling, I think Waylon just wants to like punctuate like we have to make it to this meeting with the knights. We need to restrain this guy as fast and secure as we possibly can, and we gotta hit the old Dusty.
To clarify,
Did we get the idea that it's so that the cold will keep him tangible?
Right now, in his paralyzed state, yes.
Okay. I was gonna say we could convert the walk-in fridge.
Yeah, the only thing we know is that the electricity, like, we definitely need to make some kind of, like, energy cuffs, or, like, some kind of, like, I was thinking, like, some kind of force, like, what you made with the
knives in the wall. Kit, what roll expertise?
3.
Hell yeah!
Nice, that's pretty good on the scale. While you can't ascertain exactly how the entire thing works, you don't see any outward sources of X beyond the tubes that like go from his back and underneath his arms and back into his like rib cage, and they do look like they are implanted into his body. So whatever is pumping his body full of X must be internal.
Oh, I need to get in there.
so morally speaking, are we in the right or the wrong for kidnapping this man?
We are in the right. He was out of control.
Okay, legally speaking, who saw you kidnap this man?
No one saw us kidnap anyone.
We didn't kidnap him. His wife knows we took him.
Yeah,
Here's
he
the
went
plan.
missing, had experiments done on him, and we said to her, we don't trust the lake guard right now, but we're going to do everything in our power to try to get him better.
You're right, that's my fault. Let me rephrase this question. Who saw you carrying this unconscious man back to this location?
Oh, the
A
lake
whole
guard.
crowd of people. Just so many goddamn people. You wouldn't believe it.
I had a coat over him.
I've never seen that many people in my life.
They saw me carrying a thing with legs.
Theo, you saw the same thing I did when we watched the assault from the rooftop. The telekinetic monster.
Oh, it's one of those?
Yes.
Oh.
So, here's my proposal. We suspend him over a bathtub, poke holes in the tubes,
Counter
let it all
argument.
drain out.
Kit does
see
what
what
she does. And then absolutely no other option. There's
Wait!
no better idea than we listen to Sirkin.
I have the best idea. We take
Wayland rolls his eyes.
We make another vial of the anti-X that you described and inject it into his tubes.
Now that's okay. Wayland jumps in. He's starting to get a little bit dad impatient, and he goes, "We have a appointment. We can do all of this later. First and foremost, Kit, please.
Let's get in the car.
If it's within your power, do you think you can restrain this guy for a few hours while we do the meeting?"
Why aren't I going to the meeting?
You are.
You are. I need you to assemble the restraints so that we can go.
Oh, I was gonna say you're not leaving me behind.
I'm not doing that. No.
Hopefully he'll be paralyzed by the time we get back still. But
Yeah.
just in case.
If only you pushed, you'll be paralyzed for the next 8 hours.
All right.
It's like a genie wish. You have to be more specific.
Yeah. Is the guy conscious? Is he like looking around?
His eyes are kind of lolling back in his head just a little bit, but he is looking at you, and like I've mentioned before, I couldn't remember what it looked like. His pupils are completely gone. Like they're just like these bright white eyes, kind of like Theo's. So you can't see his eyes rolling, but he's also not able to communicate. Like you looked in the last episode and his tongue was gone.
Yeah.
So
what was this guy's name?
does anybody remember? What?
I thought you said it started with an F, but I don't quite recall.
Yeah,
What his wife said?
note keeper wasn't there. So
Yeah, she yelled out.
She yelled out, "Will it?"
Will it?
is the son's name? Won't it?
Get out.
or perhaps it will.
Oh God.
Son of will it.
Do I get the sense that I could push him in this state, or that he is?
You could try, but you also know that your pushes have never lasted 8 hours.
True.
But you could try if you roll high enough.
No, you know what? Instead of doing that, I'm going to, because we're gonna have someone guard him anyway. Sirkin is running a time clock in his head to see how long it lasts.
Oh, you
How
do
long
an experiment.
I know. Yeah, I know. If I can't experiment him on a one way, I'll experiment on another.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right.
So we need to rig Kit to rig restraints, assign somebody to be on guard duty, and report and keep a log of any changes. Then we need to get in Kit's souped up truck and get the fuck out of here.
Mr. DM GM sir, if I don't know, can I help Kit with making the restraints and throw in the suggestion augment the cuffs that are already made, but just have them with an AC cable that can get plugged into the wall and that can generate an electric field?
Yeah, you can help if you have any. Just you can help in crafting. If you have any bonus to it.
I don't have a bonus to it. That's what I'm asking. Can I help the D&D help action?
Sure.
So
it can be a team effort. You guys can all roll.
Could I create an advantage
and
by
I'll
giving?
kind of take an average of how well you roll. Because I imagine it's not going to be just you sitting around watching Kit make these things. Like you're going to be trying to help her.
Yes. What I'm the way that I'm thinking of being the most helpful is to maybe have some Tim's collect some resources and kind of make sure that she has stuff in front of her, have a space to work in tools and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly how you want to do it, but I would like to create an advantage.
Sure, roll resources.
Shit. I'm really good at hitting. Can I roll fight?
And then we'll add that number to Kit's expertise roll.
Okay, well, I have a 0 to resources, and I rolled all neutral on the dice.
Great, so Kit
in
rolled
a
a 0.
hotel filled with things that could be utilized and people that could be helpful.
Well, it's been a few years, or at least a year, where this place has not been taken care of. Even though Tabitha's doing her best to tidy up, these people were not managed in a way to keep the place well stocked in things.
Yeah. Next level up, I should have my resources match my no longer homeless stature.
Yeah.
Can I basically create an advantage, a +2 advantage, by yelling at a Tim to go grab the bag of assorted broken things that I brought down to the garage for Kit to fix?
Because you created those before, sure.
Cool. All right, there you go.
And where are you doing this? In the hotel?
In my head, it was
Where do you hold prisoners?
Just so in certain hotels, there'll be meeting rooms, and then
Back to the conference rooms.
Yeah, but they're kind of small sized. There's it's more like a lounge kind of type room where it's just 2 cuck chairs and a what's it called, a coffee table.
You got Brit's face again.
You got Bozer's face.
Please tell me you guys know the memes. Every hotel has a cuck chair.
Everybody knows what a cuck chair is, bud.
Every hotel room has a cuck chair. You've never seen that meme?
I know what it is.
I
just
so
can't
didn't know
wait
picture
for
it would
somebody
be-
that.
I didn't know that would be a word that would come up in it.
Well, because I wanted you to be able
Wait.
to picture the chairs, but they're facing each other, and there's
I mean, any chair will do. You can just
yeah,
sit
but it's
there.
a hotel. It's
I don't know what it
Bust.
means.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Go ahead, Josh. What did I? Sorry, I interrupted.
What does
you.
it mean?
Oh, I understand what you're saying. Okay, so
No,
when
you're just gonna Google it on your
a
own.
mommy
Josh.
loves a daddy very
Oh.
much.
And the daddy loves the mommy so much that mommy needs additional.
First of all, you're not using inclusive
That's true.
Sorry.
language.
All right, sorry. When two
Yes.
folks love each other a lot, but one folk is, well, let's
We
not
get the
say
idea.
broken.
We are not.
But
We are not doing this. We are not doing this. We are not doing this.
All right, I'll research on my own time, I guess.
You just Google it.
All right.
yeah.
We found Bowser's boundary.
I have to go to the
impressed
library
with
later
all of us.
anyway.
I'm Brit, and you just keep geeking out.
Yeah.
See ya.
But yeah, there's like honestly back in the conference rooms there are chairs, if that's what you want, and they have the partitions that you could make them larger, smaller, if that's where you want to do this.
Yeah, I just wanted to have them kind of like not like an uncomfortable spot, like in a comfortable spot, but just not taking up any of the like room space, like where people sleep and bunk.
Yeah, then that meeting space that you were in, I think there was maybe a Tim or two that was previously sleeping in there, but there's other places. It's a giant hotel. They can always find somewhere else.
Yeah, just that level, I guess. You know.
Look, you're in charge now, so if you say a room is not for sleeping, okay, that room is not for sleeping.
If there's a Tim sleeping in the conference rooms, I'll be like, "Do you need me to order more beds? Like, are we?"
Didn't we already kick that guy out?
Yeah.
I know, but if there's like multiple Tims like sleeping in conference rooms, like I'm gonna if there's a Tim in there, I'll be like, can you just like give me like a head count versus the bed count, and maybe we can see about putting in an order or getting some from somewhere.
That Tim that you had put on guard is still like hovering around that area from last episode, and
Such a good
unsure
boy.
what to do because you gave him an order. Now he's just waiting for you to give him a new one.
I put that much fear into him.
Was that you or was it? Okay, but he's like, well, no, there's plenty of beds, but the Tims weren't allowed to use them until they gained a name. So
What the fuck,
Oh my
Wayland?
God. I got to he's not here, but when he comes back, because I'm sure he will, there's a lot that I'm going to have to talk to my godson about.
We have to prioritize this Tim ceremony.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh
we
yeah.
should
Did you? I'm just not. I just simply am not in the headspace to small talk with this Tim. He will find him. He will hear about it when he hears about it. But I just like put my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, go get yourself a bed, son.
Does
And
that
from
mean I have
behind
a
him,
name?
Theo nods in approval for this command.
Does that mean I can take my name?
Okay. You haven't heard. Yeah, we're gonna do a Tim ceremony. A lot of you guys have had your Tims way longer than ever intended. That was actually a prank by one of the founding members that we all thought were funny, like 10 years ago. Super duper. Not. You know what? I'm boring you. Go find yourself a bed. We're gonna have a Tim ceremony in the coming weeks when we've got some time. So yeah, practice up and make sure that you're, still training because it's gonna be intensive.
Wayland,
Yes, sir.
if I may, at this ceremony, I would love to hear the story of the first Tim. I think
Oh,
it would
sure.
I think it would do everyone a good deal to know the roots of the ritual.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll make sure that this ceremony is treated with the respect that it deserves. I feel
good
so
was that
terrible.
first Tim to be the namesake of all Tims.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, he was the recruiting guy, and he thought it was funny. It's...
Don't spoil the story now.
sorry.
Save the ceremony.
Sorry.
So now you have this room. It's the same conference room that you've been using.
And I just like pat my pockets, being like, "Sorry, kid. I really thought I would have access to some shit for you. But I believe in you nonetheless." And I put the guy down on the cuck chair.
And he sprawls out completely limp except for his head. Like
You
looking-
did not have to say limp.
but his hands are still restrained. You do notice the kind of the free on the cold bit starting that was creeping down up his arms, starting to recede. So you don't have a lot of time before his hands will no longer be bound once the paralysis wears off.
I firmly take a seat in the chair across.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you guys.
I guess I'm thinking I still have X coursing, right? Or is it
Yep.
like wearing off?
It's getting close. Last time 2 drops got you 2 hours, so you're probably halfway through it.
Okay, I'm gonna take another drop to give myself some time,
Nice.
because I don't want it to wear off like mid fixing. So I'm gonna take another drop, and then does that give me like a boost? Should I roll crafts again?
I want you to roll will.
Okay. 2. I got all X's.
All right. With that extra drop, again, underneath your tongue, it's that now familiar metallic feeling, which we also realized is a taste that she not only has felt before, but she recognized that taste being in a lot of her food, and especially on Saturday mornings when Tobias would make breakfast growing up, which was their most productive day at the shop.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah. Yeah, it got dark.
Oh, that's painful.
But you're starting to kind of get a grasp on how not to let this taste and the memory kick your ass every time. So yeah, so now if you want to roll crafts, and you can add expertise.
Five. That's without expertise.
Oh! Do you have any expertise modifier?
It would just be if I used a stunt, it would be like grease monkey, and that would be +2, so that would be a 7.
But
She doesn't have
involve
anything in
something-
her expertise because we haven't leveled yet.
Right.
Yeah, so all I would use is a stunt, but
That's only when engines are involved. Correct.
technically it is an engine if it's seems like it's an AC unit.
All things are engines to her now.
But you didn't quite bring the entire AC unit. You're using whatever Sirkin had gathered previously when he was
true.
trying to train you, which was a random assortment of electronics, just random bits that they could find.
It's true, I guess.
But there is a power cable that you're able to plug into an outlet nearby, and with a 5, you kind of create more reinforced cuffs, not only around the wrists but also around the feet. And in a sense, if this person were to try to get up from the chair, or get feeling back and move much, they would be immediately shocked. Not with like a full arc of electricity, but you're hoping enough to at least keep them from going ghost.
Okay.
Cool. And then I guess while I'm Wayland is waiting quietly the whole time as to not interrupt. But then as soon as he notices that you're like done and like maybe move the sweat from your brow, you just see him like looking at the like watch and looking up at the clock in the corner and looking at you and looking at the clock in his watch, and he's tapping his feet and he's like, "We're late."
We won't be when you see how souped up she's made your vehicles.
Let's climb in them then.
Okay, so you
Let's
going?
go.
All right, you go back down to the garage on the lower level by where the parking level is beneath the hotel, and you find the car that you previously worked on. Who's driving?
Kit.
I opened the
Oh.
door for Kit, like I was opening the door on the passenger side, but I opened the driver's side. And as she passes me, I'll be like, "You did a lot of great work today. I know it's hard for you to use that stuff."
Thanks. I'm done for the day. And
I take shotgun.
She looks at Circuit and says, "I'm done for the day."
Heard. You've done well.
All right, this truck is a little bit lifted up higher than a typical truck would be. It's got 2 seats in the front, 2 seats in the back, but a small bed in the truck behind. And after the work that you've done on it, you stick the key into the ignition, and normally you're used to hearing this like small whir of those Axiom in the engine. But after the work you've done, this car is completely silent.
Okay.
Stealth car.
And it handles beautifully from what you can see, but roll drive for me, Kit.
Oh no.
It's a 1.
A 1?
Yeah.
A 1?
Oh,
Oh. Okay. Getting through the city, you find this again. It handles great. If only, maybe a bit too great. Like you're not used to it. You're used to working on the old cars and driving those, and that's really where your bread and butter is. This new stuff, you never really liked driving around because it didn't quite feel the same, and especially with the silence and the smoothness that it's changing gears. You're not quite used to it. Plus, with the additional dust swarm that created a bit of a blockade, there's now a bit of traffic getting away from the hotel and getting to the other side of Aurora, where your safe house is.
Are the windows tinted?
Oh, sure.
For sure.
Yeah, you don't have to roll deception to try, or a stealth, but with this drive, it takes you. You're already late. It takes you about 30 minutes to get from.
2-hour walk, 30-minute drive.
It's a big city. Plus with the traffic, so it shouldn't take you this long, but it does.
Wayland is starting to like sweat and physically like show signs of stress.
But eventually you make your way over to the outskirts of the Iron Corners, and you pass Hank's Diner on your way to the safe house. And here you see the large warehouse looking like it should. It's got the fence around it. And there's no other cars that you can see parked outside or around.
Good. They're here.
Yeah, I'll get out and I'll open the gate for the truck to roll through.
Okay. Rolls through. You park it.
Do you have a second level entrance, Wayland?
I try not to sound snarky this time, but I just kind of look in and I say, "This is a warehouse. I've got a rolling door that she's going to drive into," and then I open the bay door.
Works for me.
You drive in.
And I guess I said that through the window too. So like maybe that was a little bit of extra sass on unnecessarily.
Each of you roll perception to see what you see when you drive inside.
Jesus Christ.
I am on X.
Not my strong suit.
So that is a 6.
-1.
Perception is a 2, so that is a 1.
3.
So Kit, Waylon, and Theo, you're driving in. From what it looks like, it's just as you left it. except for the cribbage board and pieces that are scattered about on the floor. The last time that Sirkin and Elsvid were playing. But Sirkin, you notice one of those pieces that you were positive was on the floor is now on the table.
They cleaned up after themselves. There are people inside. I don't know how many or where they are, but I'll call them out when I see them.
And once you exit the truck, you get a better sense. And with a 6, you can hear the heartbeats of Theo and Wayland and Kit and yourself. Kit's is heightened. Theo's is very slow.
Wayland's is fucking beating like a fucking truck. Like missing appointments.
But it's faint, but you do hear a few heartbeats somewhere else in this space.
Sniff him up, boy.
You can all come out now. We apologize for our tardiness.
From the second level where where you guys previously used as like a med bay, you hear from the balcony a smooth, leveled voice. I was starting to think you wouldn't show.
We had to save a family from a poltergeist.
The experiments they're doing, they're getting out of hand here.
And from the kitchen on the lower level, you hear another familiar voice. Oh, sick! Is that true, guys?
Fucking kid.
Oh shit, Vox, what's up?
Hey, Mom, can we come out, or are we still doing this like spooky from the shadows thing?
I like this kid.
I hate this fucking kid.
He's like, I'm gonna come out. We're good. We're set, right? Hey guys,
We're all good.
We can all come out. And you see Vox exit the kitchen, and Naraya start to come down the stairs.
Sirkin immediately approaches Vox as he starts coming out.
Bring it in, bro.
He hugs
Bring
him.
it in.
But it's like, it's a very, like, his is warm and Sirkin just grabs and just
Ellipses,
a little
ellipses.
squeeze, and the squeeze just gets tighter until it's uncomfortable, and then he lets go.
Oh yeah, I needed to crack my back. Thanks for that. How'd you know?
Anytime.
That was great, man.
While they're embracing, Wayland gently nudges with his shoulder to Theo to like witness the bro moment.
Did you
Theo,
bring what
you
I
can't
asked?
tell Theo is rolling his eyes because they're just white, but you know Theo is rolling his eyes.
Yeah, actually, me and I hope you don't mind, Bubble. And you hear like a clanging from another back room, Wayland, probably where you keep a lot of your old supplies. And you see this bottle-glassed young woman like peek out. Sirkin?
It's lovely
What
to
the
see you
fuck?
again. You may also bring it in. And he embraces his arms all the way out.
And she doesn't go in for friendly. She like scoops her arms underneath yours and just breathes in your scent.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I hope
It's
you don't
beautiful to
mind.
see you.
I heard when Vox was going to get access to your inner sanctum, I begged him to bring me along.
Was it everything you dreamed?
And more. The things we could do together.
In due time, my dear, in due time.
Vox says, but bro, I gotta say, that combination to your safe, that's a little wild. That's some next level stuff, man.
Can you recite it?
Was it 69 420?
You just want me to read your safe code out loud, bro?
I'll change it as soon as I can.
8008-135.
Read the list I sent you. Make sure you had everything.
Yeah. And Bobble is holding a doctor's bag. She goes, yes, we have everything inside. Quite the assortment of tools you have there. And Naraya steps forward and she's holding a few vials of X. And these as well. Make me a bit nervous, but tools can be useful when in the right hands.
I'd like to know how Naraya responds to seeing Theo just being a purple mist.
Roll perception.
Oh, that's much better. That's a 4.
It was a little bit of a delay because she was on another level. You had walked out. It was still pretty dark in here as it is now evening time. And they kept the lights out intentionally. But as Vox goes, can I turn the lights on? He turns them on, and you do hear an audible gasp. A few, one from Naraya, one from Vox in like, oh, cool, and one almost in admiration from Bubbled, who you've never met this individual. From what you've gathered, she has a strange fascination with Sirkin, and now
And I don't trust her because of it.
Fascination with you. And Vox like walks over. He's like, bro, did you make some new friends? I don't think we've had the pleasure. I am Vox. And he puts out his hand.
Oh, he doesn't recognize him?
No.
I think Theo is just going to ignore him.
Man, why is nobody in your group like me?
Maybe because he thinks you're dating his goddaughter.
Wait, his goddaughter. Oh shit! Is that the Theo guy?
That is, in fact, the Theo guy.
Theo guy in the flesh.
What the hell happened? And Bobble comes a little too close and like adjusts her glasses. I too am curious as to how you took this form.
Theo is going to look past both of them and directly at Naya. So are the adults going to talk, or are you going to let these children run the meeting?
He passed out in a puddle of Rosadicium.
Nobody asked you.
He's been grumpy ever since.
I took him to his ex-girlfriend's house to get help, and he was pretty pissed.
X crawled up his ass and died. Now he's an asshole. So he needs to chill his beans. And she looks at Theo. She's like, your attitude could ruin this whole thing. So calm yourself.
Waylon tries to be the host with the most and goes, if you guys would like to go to the break room over here, we can sit and have this discussion.
I mean, I didn't want to assert myself, but I was eyeing some of those old cookies that you have in your pantry.
Surely they're expired, but it doesn't stop me from eating them.
Me neither, bro. Me neither.
Help yourself.
He uses them as a jaw workout.
You gotta keep the tools strong. You know what I mean?
Theo punches him.
Come on now.
Are you serious?
No.
I'm like, talk about something going sideways.
Theo does the Arnold meme.
Yeah.
And Naraya starts walking towards Oh, is this when the adults may speak?
So she can be a bitch, but I can't be an asshole? That doesn't seem fair.
She's our guest. Be nice.
So did anybody take me up on the offer of sitting? Or am I just like
Yeah, they're all
pointing
headed towards
the
the
Okay.
break room.
Yeah.
Is that like connected to the kitchen?
Yeah, it's like it's just literally just like a long table, like a few feet away from the sink. Like it's nothing.
All right.
Before we all sit down, I take everything that they give me everything I requested.
Wait, hold on. Let me just read this real quick. The code to the safe is 27, my bad. 460, and it's more than just numbers. Let me explain so you never forget. The first number is 27, the number of bones in the human hand, every motion, every grasp, every point of control. At this point, Bobble like grabs the phone. It all comes from these intricate pieces working together. Without them, we lose our power to shape the world around us. And as she's reading this, she's like looking up at you, Sirkin, as if she's memorized this text. Next is 4, representing the 4 fundamental tissues of the human body. Epithelial, connective, muscle, and nervous. These are the building blocks of every function, every failure, and every victory of the flesh. And then there's 60. That's the speed at which blood courses your veins, 60 miles per hour. A reminder that life moves fast and it's fragile. The combination isn't just a key, it's a reminder of what makes us human, what we can control, and what keeps us alive. Don't forget that when you open the safe. Poetry.
All right. So yeah. So you got everything, or
She pulls from like an inside pocket your glasses that you requested from the nightstand. She whispers, "Don't worry. We did not open the nightstand, as tempting as it was."
I know, because your eyes are still here.
Oh, hey,
Marvel, dude.
hey, I got that journal. You trade me my botanical book?
Swapsies.
Wait, Foxarian. I believe they were meant to bring a secondary tome. Do you have that with you?
We do indeed. And Sirkin goes back to the car and pulls out the forgery. Wait, no, we returned the forgery, kept the real one.
I think you
Right.
kept the real one.
Yeah, we kept the real one.
You kept the forgery.
We kept the forgery, we returned the real one because
Yeah.
they might know. Yes.
Right, okay.
So, yes, I go and I retrieve the duplicate.
Hold on. Narai's going to make a roll. Okay. As she's looking through this, she grabs the other tome and kind of graces her hand over the front and looks through it. Doesn't seem like there's any sign that she recognizes it as a forgery.
Oh,
I
should we
believe
tell her though?
I believe the other part of our agreement was that I was allowed to read them before I turned them over. I will do that now while you have your meeting.
Fast reader, are we?
I'm a
I
bit
can
of a
imagine.
scholar.
All right, we'll come back to how much you gain from the books, Sirkin. But Naraya comes up to you, Theo. I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Yeah, this will determine if there's going to be any level of pleasure involved in this interaction.
Naraya Kai. And
Theo
Jim
Maxwell.
Mr. Maxwell. I would recognize you in another state. Is it true what they said? That you
Everything.
fell asleep in a pool of raw zodicium.
No, that was not correct. I'm not sure why Sirkin is telling people that.
May I ask, what happened?
I think our personal relationships need to get a bit closer before that information is divulged.
Well, this information is pertinent to the situation, as our path forward is foundational on the fact that we agree in the harms of zodicium. Our aim is to rid humanity of this poison. And you, walking in, looking like you are
$1 million, thank you.
bathing in its revelries, make me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, and I'm a little uncomfortable with the fact that my goddaughter was used for your liberation, completely blind to what you and your organization are standing for.
Who are we speaking about?
Do you want to fill her in, Vox, or would you like me to lay it all out on the table?
And he starts to speak. He goes, "Oh, I need nothing more. Mr. Maxwell," and she takes a seat. "Accept my condolences for the outcome of that job. We enlist only the willing, and we put them through many times that they can take an escape route from their path forward into our Knights of Axiom. Miss Liana, if I am assuming correctly, had many ways that she could have taken, but she chose to keep moving forward. For her own safety, we kept her on the outside, but accepted this task with the aid of my son here, Voxarian."
So Vox was supposed to aid, but yet only one individual was found escaping from the explosion.
Things went a bit awry, but it only proves the level of worth for the equipment that Liana was sent in to find. With that piece of equipment, we could potentially change the entire game here in Aurora.
Oh, I am well aware what this machine is capable of.
Wait, how do you know about the machine?
Who do you think has the machine, Vox?
Wait, are you serious? And Bobble, takes a seat forward and leans across the table. You have the machine? I thought it was a fool's errand to send them in. And
No, that fool's errand just simply destroyed lives, ruined lives, ended lives.
well, it's for the greater good, right? And Nariah gives her a sharp look. No, Bubbled. I apologize for my associate, though she is a bit tunnel visioned in her scope. Her abilities outweigh that scope when reined in appropriately.
Nariah, I believe you and I would probably operate well on many levels. We both believe the end justifies the means. I'm just not sure our ends align.
May I ask, what is your end, Mr. Theo?
I have one goal and one goal only. That is to rid Kieran Gold from the face of this realm.
And under what motive?
Again, deeper relations.
She turns to you, Kit. Kit, I apologize for just asking now. How are you doing?
That's a question. I'm okay. You know, I'm sure you've heard. I'm a wanted criminal and on the loose, so
Yes, and we both would be either immediately executed or apparently exiled if any of my fellow archluminaries knew of this meeting taking place. I almost did not come for not only my safety, but for your own. But my son here convinced me of its import, so I decided, in a sign of good faith, I would make this meeting my highest priority. And what of your father and grandmother?
my grandmother's safe. My father, on the other hand, you know, we're working on our relationship.
I hope you don't mind, but I have been keeping some tabs on your loved ones for their safety. I have some of my people keeping an eye on your shop, which seems a bit Buzzard's blanking on a word. Potentially foolish to hold them back up where your mother was previously taken, but I feel more comfortable with my people having eyes on it. In truth, I will say that we have spotted some gold members also keeping tabs on your shop.
Yeah. Mr. Gold paid me a visit while I was, before I was to be exiled.
And how was that visit?
Let's just say gold melts under very little heat.
You shook him, did you?
I might have.
Theo holds his hand up for Nux.
Well, I might say
Hand
that
goes
is
right through you.
that is a point toward your direction and against you, unfortunately. For Mr. Gold holds a very long grudge. And from what I gather, and she turns to you, Wayland, you might have been responsible for the youngest member coming to his end. Captain Hook, is it?
I participated in that fight to gain intelligence, and I almost lost my
Allegedly.
life. I almost lost my life because of the tactics that your fellow arch luminary pulled. I feel as though he killed him by allowing him to step into a ring in which death was almost a guarantee.
As
I
been told.
survived.
May I ask a question of you,
You may.
Mr. Hook?
I swallow the embarrassment.
I confess that myself and my fellow archluminaries are curious to the whereabouts of Mr. Jebson. Do you have any insight?
He never paid out my reward, and so I left in frustration.
He has not been seen since that night, and it's getting a little more difficult for the royal kingdom to keep that a secret, which they are intending to do.
What was your relationship like with him?
Tenuous, as you can imagine, with our opposing motives. I find myself in a very difficult position, with my true motives always remaining in the shadows, while being called to the seat of the shining sun. I have to wear a bit of a facade.
So this is my motive. I want to live in an Aurora that is safe from this constant unease, from this violence, from this to maybe use a bit of a hyperbole, but this tyranny that the Golds have caused. Do you know, or can you confirm, where these science experiment people are coming from?
You're speaking of Mr. Jebson's experiments?
Yes. Do you know if that's being funded by the Golds? Do you know anything about that project?
As I have come to realize, most all nefarious activity in the city are funded by the Golds, though all high activities are also being funded by the Golds, which keeps them untouchable. I myself do not know where these experiments were taking place.
But it's the Ministry of Progress that's doing them, right?
I do know that Errol and Ren had a bit of a tenuous relationship, as well as Ren didn't believe Errol was taking progress far enough, which I assume is what led to him taking matters into his own hands and taking progress to a nightmarish level. You were wise not to stick around for payment, as I fear you too would have ended up as one of his experiments.
So, if I understand you correctly, and I feel I have, you agree that the Golds are the beating heart of the corruption in Aurora. And by removing that cancer, that the system can flow safer and healthier.
My beliefs are a heart without blood cannot beat. And it is the Zodicium itself, the cancer, and the toxic blood which flows throughout this entire city. If we stop this heart, I am nearly certain another will take its place. But if we stop the flow itself, perhaps real change may occur into the distant future.
Do you have a way for this city to float on anything other than Zodicium?
Well, this city doesn't quite float, does it? And Bobble steps up. She's like, "Oh no, it's not floating. It's on a tower. A tower that spans all the way to the planet's surface. Oh, I would long to go down there. If it didn't mean certain death, of course."
Wait, so we just use it as a power source only? I thought we were floating for sure. Okay, that changes. I don't know if Waylon knew that, but that changes Austin's shit.
I think Waylon would have known that. All the citizens know these are towering cities that were built long ago.
Okay. So
I am also confused. I also thought it was a floating city.
Mm-mm. It's a tower. And
We
goes
made the
all
joke
way-
that it was like Kami's tower. Because it's super high above the clouds and it's a big circle.
okay, well, okay, cool. So then actually Waylon can be a lot more on board with this then, because stopping the flow of X fucks with the golds and makes them vulnerable. And then we can handle our own personal grievances. Okay, then we'll cut you a deal. I haven't talked to my associates yet, but this is how I see it. We help you stop the flow of X, and you help us take Kieran's head.
Mr. Theo, what say you?
I fear there is much to discuss on both sides before any level of a partnership is arranged.
I would like to talk, get Naraya's attention and apologize, saying, I'm sorry that this side of the table wasn't in complete alignment before coming here. I never intended to waste your time, but I do hope that we can come to an agreement.
Should we come to an agreement, what assets can you provide our intentions?
I've got the reach, which means that golds no longer have access to those soldiers.
A small army, from what I am told.
And I'm training them up proper, like the old days.
Have you ever met Naraya, like, formally?
No. Not
Did you
unless
have
I
your
had
maps
done
on
it.
last time.
Not unless I had done a job for her. I don't know if we'd actually officially met. I know that I met Vox. Oh no, I met Naraya because there was the war room
The
with
map.
all the maps.
Yeah, the map visit.
And I was very interested in the maps.
I don't think Naraya was there, was she?
Was she not? Oh, then maybe this is my first meeting. Then it's possible. Yeah, I don't know though. It's possible that I haven't met her actually. Yeah.
Yeah, we were there.
Am I correct in that I am now meeting Mr. Wayland?
Aye.
It seems that you had disappeared from the Reach for quite some time.
Yeah, and it was a bit of a task to get back in, but it needed me.
And what of its previous leader?
I gave him a good spanking, and hopefully he's in a corner thinking about what he's done.
Rushing back to the Golds, no doubt.
I would hope the boy has more sense than that, but he's no use to them.
Mr. Sirocco,
I was not at the table. I took the journals and went to read.
okay.
That's right, he's not present.
Mhm.
Go ahead and roll. I don't know. It could be lore. It could be investigate.
So I pulled out my handy dandy Fate Core rulebook.
I saw it. Yeah.
So what I have done, I'm going to take the journals and my bag up to that med room while they're all down at the table.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go in a different room. And when I pull out my torture implements, there is a metronome in there. So I'm going to close the door and start the metronome. And I want to roll to create an advantage for getting in the zone to read these, to see how much I can retain.
Okay. What would you even use? to roll that?
I could do lore because it is in effect helping me study. It fits.
Sure, I'll take it.
Okay. That is a 3.
Okay. You start this metronome and take a seat in this other room. And almost in a familiar trance that you haven't gotten to experience of late, you like steady your heartbeat to match the beat of the metronome and are able to, while on this X, while you can experience the world through perception at a high rate on the X, there's also a sense that you can shut it out, even stronger than you could before. So go ahead and roll. That was creating an advantage. I want to see what you gain from these books. Give me an insight.
Insight. Ooh. Fuck yeah, insight's even better. All right. So insight plus my X on this roll is 7.
Let's go.
Epic.
That's like an average punch.
I have it's blanks. I have a +3 in insight and a +3 in experience, and I got a +1.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds about like the average punch.
So remind me, which books are you looking through right now?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna spend a fate point and invoke scholarly aspirations to add 2.
Okay, holy shit. What books are you reading?
The my journals, the 2 that we have.
The one you brought one that you had previously read, or you picked up from episode 1.
Yep.
And you did spend some time reading through it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the forgery.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that Naraya brought.
Yes. So we have all 3.
Okay. So with a fucking 9. Previously you've kind of gotten small bits of information gleaned from skimming these books. But in a short time, you're able to skim through these. By the end of it, you gathered that it's not a full, complete set. It's almost like the first and the oldest of these journals is missing.
Okay, so we have the 3 in the middle. Possibly.
But it does take you through these journeys of this unnamed individual. It tells of the time from the planet. It seems like there was a catastrophe of some sort. The first journal in the volumes kind of picks up there, and it mentions a catastrophe, but doesn't fully paint the picture of what that is, being that it was probably previously detailed in the earlier tome. But this catastrophe started to change the planet as you knew it, and started to produce this purpley mist, this gas, which slowly spread, and those with insight saw that there was only one direction to escape it, and that was up. But while this substance that was starting to spread across the globe seemed to do much harm, it changed the water sources and started to change the landscape and affected the flora and the fauna. Those with particular insight were able to glean great power out of it as well, and learned that they could increase their output in production 1,000 times fold and unlock new ways of launching the industrial age forward, which helped create these towering cities that started to dot the globe, more so in the wealthier areas of the globe. You read, as the world became less and less inhabitable, that it was only a matter of time before if humanity had to move up above the clouds in these cities. But of course, there would not be enough room for all. And so a lottery was held. And those that were selected were brought forth into the towers, and those that were not were shut out of the towering cities and left to the planet below. But being one of the selected, this author was brought into the city, and there was much turmoil between the inhabitants, who they realized, even though there was a lottery, it seemed that somehow the majority of the population was more affluent than those that they knew were left behind. And there was some dissension with the way that things were going, especially when a leader was appointed in this city without an election. But it would have been William Dumas, who was the first king of Aurora. But William Dumas was also happened to kind of lead the charge in these towering cities, being a person of prominence on the planet's surface in industry and technology. And so being the most responsible for humanity's saviors, he was somewhat appointed by himself, as well as a small circle of others, as the first king of Aurora. And he appointed others that he trusted in the position of arch luminaries of industry, of progress, of justice, of intelligence, engineering, agriculture, and capital. And sorry, when I meant progress, I meant intelligence. But this new kingdom that had been founded was very much broken in its people. William was having a hard time finding sway over the people, as they did not all wish to listen to his word and his laws that were being enacted. So the author feared the future, and though the author was gaining in years and was unsure how much longer they would stay in this realm of the living, feared that it would either be age or some act of insanity that would take their life. And that's kind of where this third tome ends.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's a lot. So that means that had Kit gone down to the surface, if there are any people, every single individual down there is an X'd up Theo level entity.
Who knows?
I mean, possibly. Because they would have had to exist there. Man, but that also means that the Zodicium was down there already. All right, if they didn't know what the order was, I put them in chronological order now that I figured it out. And I like kind of mark them. And then pack everything back up and take the books and rejoin the group.
Ah, Mr. Sirocco.
Ah!
Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Well, apparently we've come to a pause in our negotiations. And you have much to discuss. And she looks at you, Theo. In a sign of good faith, I leave those tomes with you, trusting that any new information gained will be shared with us when we come into alignment.
In exchange, I'll give her the file for case whatever that was.
252.
That one.
It seems you have done what we could not. I am hopeful. Together, we can reshape the future for all of us.
I'm
Fox?
in.
Bobble, stop staring. And Bobble is just like staring deeply at you, Theo, just trying to like figure out what's making you tick.
Theo winks at her.
She's great, right?
We will take our leave. Come, Voxarian. All right, bring it in. He goes to you first, Kit.
She gives him a hug.
Ah, there it is. There it is. Hey, I am so happy you're not exiled or dead.
Thanks. You should probably call Liana. Yeah, you should probably give her a call. And she like whispers it so Theo can't hear.
Okay.
Like while you're embraced.
Yeah. Yep.
And then he comes to you, Sirkin. Gives you a big hug. I can't wait to read your notes in that botanical book, bro.
I've hidden a code for you to find.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I love Vox. He's great.
And then he goes to like dab you up, Waylon.
I do the wrong hand at first, and then he's got to switch hands.
Sorry, dude.
It's all good, and I
Yeah.
grab him on his forearm, like the Viking bro handshake.
Yep.
And I pull him in, and I really hope that everything works between you guys. I really think it's the only way.
Hope so too, dude. Hope so too. And he like tentatively approaches you, Theo. I feel like we got off on the wrong foot, dude.
Theo ignores him.
You know what? I'm not gonna call Liana. Just for you. Huh?
Theo cocks his head sideways.
Yeah. Sign of good faith. Right, Mom?
Fuck
Come,
yeah.
Voxarian.
Waylon puzzles. Wouldn't a sign of good faith being like really good and faithful to Liana and not ignore her and leave her hung up.
I'll let
And then
her
he
know that you're.
And then he
doing it as a
passes
sign
it
of
over his
respect.
shoulder.
And they exit the room.
Shall we head back to the Reach?
Yeah. Maybe before we do that, we can debrief. I'm just pretty curious as to how Theo's feeling, I guess, after finally meeting everyone.
It feels like you all have made your decision. In my opinion, matters not.
He gets it.
You're a part of this team, and your input and skills have been valuable up to this point. If you have another way, a better way, a safer way, I'm willing to hear it, but this is the best thing I could come up with, and it feels solid to me.
Have you seen an addict be forced, removed from their drug?
Yes.
In an idealistic world, yes, we can take away this drug that everybody is so addicted to, and the world will move on, and those who can survive will survive. So are we willing to sacrifice an unknown amount in the hopes that this future that she so idolizes, with zero proof of efficiency, is even capable of existing?
Two things. First thing, they've been doing extensive research on this theoretical world, so I'm sure that there's a basis of fact. They've been testing different products, produce, all this stuff. That's the whole point of the agriculture thing, is trying to cultivate crops without the use of X. So I have faith in them that they at least have a grasp on that future. And the second thing is, would you rather them be gunned down in the street or be turned into X monsters by the Golds?
I don't know what I've stated that says that's what I wish for anybody's outcome to be.
I'm not a lawyer, and I'm not talking around a bush. Talk to me directly.
I am talking to you directly, Wayland.
Do you think that working with these people and removing X is a worse outcome than leaving things as they are, with Kieran Gold's cold body on the ground being the only thing that's changed?
Saying to leave things as they are. I am simply saying we need to be mindful about the fact that if we remove something that everybody is only known to dictate their entire lives, is going to have unforeseen circumstances, and we need to be mindful that we will be directly responsible if that does not work in the way that this idealistic fantasy could turn out.
Again, I feel like maybe I'm just backed up into a corner, but I genuinely don't see another way.
Then it sounds like the decision has been made.
Theo, do you truly care what happens to the world as long as we get gold in our hands?
As much as I want to feel Gold's blood pouring down my hands, I feel like outside of the light that you all decide to view me in, I spend most of my time trying to better people's lives and improve them the way that I can best.
Shooting people in the street is benefiting people's lives.
I've never killed an innocent.
Same.
I just put my face in my hand and say, I think that the way you view your actions and the way you view this city are definitely delusioned. I agree that you definitely want what's best, but I think you should take a look in the mirror and deeply think about what you've done and how you've gotten to this point before you state that you've only acted with the best interest of the populace at heart.
And I think we're going to put a pause into this table conversation. and end today's episode right there.
Oh, that was rad. Oh, good debate, y'all. Oh, that got intense. I love that shit.
I wish we were at a real table so we could hug it out at the end.
God, no fucking joke.
But I think everybody might need to take a second to think about maybe in real terms what the next actions look like now that you've finally all met Nariah Kai and heard the motives of the Knights of Axiom, and Sirkin, being the only one to fully have read all of those books. Let's see how much information he shares with the group. Hopefully all of it, but
Would you, if today were some sort of, I don't know, like milestone, what sort of
I would say today you reached a big point in the story. Where did all my notes go? Oh, that's the wrong book. Yeah, there's a huge lore dump there. So I would say everybody can take a significant milestone.
fantastic. Any
And
episode
for the
that ends with
viewers-
a level up is a good ad.
For the viewers at home that don't know what a significant milestone is,
That means that you get to take all the benefits of a minor milestone, which is you may switch the rank values of any two skills or replace one average with one that isn't on your sheet. You can change any single stunt for another stunt. You can purchase a new stunt, provided that you have the refresh points to do so. And then you can rename one character aspect that isn't your high concept. You may pick one of those things to do. In addition, you also get both of the following: one additional skill point, which you can spend to buy a new skill, or increase an existing skill by one rank. And if you have any severe consequences, you can rename them to begin the recovery process if you haven't already.
So
I
we
don't
can
think I
have
would
2 in great now then, right?
Correct.
Now, keep in mind, one thing that I think I had fallen behind on is, as you guys are leveling up, those that you are facing will also be leveling up so that you're not just squishing them all like bugs. And so just as things become a little more difficult, know that is why.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get intense. Lots of big
this feels
decisions to be
good.
made.
Okay.
But we can talk off the table if you need any help with any of those leveling up. But all of you at home, thank you for joining us this far in Cloudscape. Episode 39. Are you kidding me?
Ow.
Please leave a comment. Let us know if you're enjoying this, or if you hate it, let us know too, because I'll feed the algorithm. But until next time, I am Bozer.
I'm Les.
I'm Josh.
I'm Austin.
T.
And you just keep
Geeking
out. Bye-bye.
Bye.